I have some interesting and funny conversations with my doctor. He's a Christian, and I asked him where will he go when he dies. I asked him whether if homosexuals will go to hell, and will non-Christians go to hell too. He looked a bit pressed by my questions, and he refused to comment. I suspect it's because he doesn't know the answer. So, who are the ones who go to heaven? It's actually quite simple. It's not too difficult to go to heaven. Okay, you just have to keep morality, which essentially is the 5 precepts, and be kind and generous. Anyone can do that. Okay. What are the 5 precepts? Do not kill, or rather I should say abstain from killing, abstain from stealing, abstain from sexual misconduct, abstain from lying and malicious speech, and abstain from drugs and intoxicants. So if you keep the 5 precepts and you're kind and generous, yeah, it's not too difficult to go to heaven after you die. But with that, you can only enter the bottommost tier of heaven. Essentially, there are about 3 tiers roughly in heaven. It's a bit like social class, you know. There's like, but so in this case, it's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 3 is the bottom tier, which is the one that you can enter with the basic requirements that anyone can fulfill. Okay. But if you want to enter tier 2 and tier 1, where you will be much better looking, maybe you'll be more beautiful, and you have a longer lifespan, you will have to practice meditation. You need to have samadhi, and you need to attain jhanas. For tier 2, if you practice the 1st to 4th jhana, okay, you can enter the heavens there. And then for tier 1, which is like the topmost tier of heaven, you have to practice the arupa jhanas, which are the 5th to 8th jhanas. Okay. The tier 3 and tier 2 heaven, they are still sensuous spheres. So there's still bodies, and so there's still a sort of a gross aspect to it, because the bodies are still sort of a heavy and gross kind of manifestation. But in tier 1, it is the non-sensuous aspects, where there's very fine, subtle bodies, and it's mostly mind. And of course, tier 1 is very wondrous. Okay, if you can practice and attain the arupa jhanas, the pleasures that you can experience there is far more than anything you can experience in human life, in the normal sensuous pleasures of the world. Okay. Tier 2 is actually very good too, because it's still the 4 jhanas, and Buddha did emphasize on the 4 jhanas as part of samadhi, which is part of the noble eightfold path practice. Okay, but Okay, there's no but. It's just it's still quite very happy, pleasurable kind of existence. And Buddha was from Tusita heaven. Okay, before he was reborn as a human, as Prince Gautama on earth. So, and Tusita heaven is actually within the tier 2 heavens, which are the sensual spheres. So tier 3 is really the bottommost tier of heaven. Of course, life there is still very pleasurable, and it's very long, and the gods and devas, their heavenly beings, are all still good looking. Okay, just that life, in comparison to the other 2 tiers, is still pales somewhat in comparison. And actually anyone can go to heaven. Okay, you don't have to be a Buddhist or a Christian or Muslim or or whatever religion. All you have to do is to practice according to the heaven that you want to go. Okay, however, heaven is not permanent. Life there is not permanent and eternal, and that's what a lot of Christians and people from other religions are confused about. They think that the afterlife in heaven is like eternal. Okay, does that mean the afterlife in hell is eternal too? No. Life in all the 6 realms of existence, okay, from the Brahma heaven to the sensuous heavens to human life to animal realm to hungry ghosts, okay, asuras and hell realms. All this life in all those various realms are not permanent. When your karma adds up, you will drop or you move up. Okay, so if let's say somehow you end up in the tier 3 heaven, if you don't practice the Dhamma and you just indulge in pleasure every day, life there will still end someday and you'll fall from there. There is no guarantee. When you fall from there, okay, if there's a human realm, then you're lucky. Okay, you can be reborn in the human realm. There's no human realm, humans around, then you'll be reborn in the animal realm if there are animals around. Okay, what if there are no animal and heaven? No animal and human realms around. Then you go down to hungry ghosts and asuras and hell realm accordingly. Okay, so how scary is that? Do you want to go to heaven and then just fritter away your life and good karma there? Or do you want to practice the Dhamma well, okay, at least become an Arya, okay, or go to heaven, at least become an Arya, go to heaven, and then continue to practice from there. You definitely can go to heaven without becoming an Arya, okay, but if you don't have right view, it's still very dangerous and you can fall from there. So if you want to go to heaven, at least keep the 5 precepts, be kind and generous, practice meditation, okay, and at least become an Arya, so that you don't fall below the human realm. Thank you for watching. Sukhi Hotu.